have another distinguished person amongst us, who's Mr. Loknath. He needs no introduction to this audience since he has already conducted a webinar. He also has vast experience in the field of sports as well as in the corporate world. Both Dr. Stefan and Mr. Loknath, besides their main core competencies, also distinguish themselves while Mr. Loknath is a distinguished sportsman and a swimmer. Dr. Stefan also has comedy as his hobby. I welcome you both, and I will now hand over the hosting of the webinar to you both. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the kind introduction. And I apologize for the delay. I had some technical issues here, but happily my brain was working well, so I was able to solve them. Loku, would you like to say some words, or should I start? Loku, your mic is off.
Can everyone hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I just want to thank Colonel Sharma once again for inviting us, and I just want to add that Dr. Stefan has been working, and him and his department and his university are in the forefront of sports science, not only in Europe but globally. So it's very exciting for us at Reed Sports to be working with him in India and other places. But I'm sure you guys will benefit from the knowledge he has, because it's genuinely at the forefront of sports science. So I'll leave it to Stefan to take it away. So thank you once again, Colonel Sharma.
Okay, and then I would like to share my screen with you so you can have a look at the slides that I have prepared. My talk will last for approximately 20 minutes, I think. And if there is any technical issue, just give me a note. Loco, you can send me a short text, or anyone just interrupt me if there's a specific problem. Okay, you should see now the first screen with the pool. Is that online for you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So as already introduced, and thank you very much for the kind introduction, I'm happy to join you this morning and to give this webinar to you. It's a great honor for me to meet you, and I hope we can establish some good relationships from here on. My aim today would be to give you a brief introduction in the work I'm doing in the fields of neuroathletic training and in the fields of physical literacy. So I have a professorship for neuroexercise at the German Sport University. And before I start with the content, I would just briefly introduce the German Sport University to you. You can see here the campus in Cologne. The German Sport University is the only university in Europe that is dedicated only to sport and exercise science. So we don't have a faculty of business, we don't have a faculty of science, we're just dealing with sport and exercise through all fields. We have approximately 6,000 students from 70 countries, 15 master degrees and 6 bachelor programs. And on the campus, we have 21 research institutes covering all the fields of sport and exercise science. This goes from sports history to exercise neuroscience, from sports medicine to sports management and sports journalism. So everything that is somehow connected to sport and exercise science will find a research and education approach at the German Sport University. We're in the area of performance, health, education, and society. That's our main aim. In the area of performance, we have the German Research Center for Elite Sports on campus. We have the only professorship for Paralympic sports in Europe. We have an elite athlete study program and one of the 2 European IOC accredited anti-doping labs. In the area of health, we're looking to dementia and cancer prevention through exercise. We have a very special clientele. We are supervising the European astronauts when it comes to their sport and exercise program and their health. And of course, we have a number of community health promotion programs. In the area of education, we have more than 2,000 PE students, which is not that much, but it's a third of the German population of PE students, so we will have a big impact in that area. And of course, we are collaborating with the local clubs, we are supporting the local clubs, and this includes also the Bundesliga soccer teams that are close by. And of course, as mentioned before, we are strong in sport journalism and sport management. We're working in strong collaboration with a number of international companies and a number of international institutions, the World Anti-Doping Agency, the European Commission, European Space Agency, the International Olympic and Paralympic Committee, and big companies like KUKA, who is doing a number of studies with us in the area of robotics. Just a few pictures of our campus. We have the National Library of Sport on campus. We have an indoor and outdoor track and field stadium. We have a very green campus with outdoor lecture theaters. We have a great swimming pool with a diving pool, which you can see here, but also an Olympic pool and some beginners pools, for example, for baby swimming. We have a velodrome on site, and we have a number of outdoor activities and outdoor gyms as well as indoor gyms. So this is just a very brief overview of the German Sport University. If you'd like to have more information, I'm happy to share that with you. But now I would like to concentrate a little bit on the content of this webinar. So the title would be Neuro Enhancement Through Exercise. This is my main research topic, and I've been doing research in that area for 20 years now. In general, we have three aims. We want to increase academic achievement through exercise. We know that exercise is very important for academic achievement. So this side mainly targets children and kids. Then we know that exercise has an increasing effect on mental health. With this approach, we are targeting the general population, but also very specific clientele, like, for example, the European astronauts. And we know that neuroenhancement, neuroathletic training is the key to success to increase athletic performance. So we're supervising German national athletes with very specific programs, very specific content that the normal trainers are not able to provide. Today, I would like to concentrate on these 2 points, on an increase in academic achievement through exercise and increasing athletic performance through neuroathletic training. Let's start with the first. We believe that physical activity is the key to increase academic achievement. Just recently, there has been a report by the World Health Organization that 80% of the kids worldwide are not getting the 60 minutes of daily physical activity. This obviously has a negative impact on physical health, but also on brain development. So far, most studies concentrated on the risk of obesity for health. But we think that we need to start earlier. Our aim is not to fight obesity, but to prevent children from becoming obese. And one key factor of prevention is physical literacy. Kids who are physical literate have a significant lower risk of becoming obese. To put it in a nutshell, we could say that physical literacy is a brain booster. There has been a recent report by Sports England, and I'm happy to share the PDF file with you, who especially looked on physical literacy and the impact of physical literacy on physical health and physical education in kids. You can see here the first slide of this report, and I'm happy to share that by email later on after this webinar. So what is physical literacy? I thought I'd present a short video to introduce you to the idea of physical literacy, and I hope that you can hear the sound of this. This goes for around a minute, and I think it's a really good introduction to what physical literacy is.
What's physical literacy?
Oh, sorry, that was a little bit too loud.
Literacy.
It's more than just the physical skills that help us move. It's the knowledge, behaviours and confidence that motivates us to live active lives. Our level of physical literacy impacts how we think and process information, our attitudes, emotions and feelings, and how we interact with others when being physically active.
So it's more than just exercise?
That's right. Physical literacy is about developing our whole self, not just the physical skills like running, jumping and throwing. Look, most of us know it's important to be active. The real problem is knowing where to start and having the confidence and motivation to maintain an active lifestyle because we know it's good for us.
Isn't this message just for lazy people?
No, it's for everyone. Increasing your knowledge and physical skills helps you develop the confidence to solve problems and gives you motivation to take action.
So what do we do?
Start by thinking about what you can do to improve your physical literacy and that of your kids. Help them develop their movement skills like running, jumping, throwing and swimming. Let them play and learn every day. Physical literacy leads to better performance in the classroom, greater motivation and stronger social connections. And it doesn't stop once you finish school. It influences how we incorporate activity at home, at work and socially. By developing physical literacy and making daily physical activity the norm, we can set ourselves and our children up for active, healthy and fulfilling lives.
So physical literacy, just to mention 3 bullet points, describes the ability to move with competence and confidence in a wide variety of physical activities in multiple environments. And physical literacy therefore benefits the healthy development and education of the whole person. And this is something very important for me.